And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather. As we move into a Friday, things look so much better today than they did yesterday. We start with a clear sky and 61. Our high today to be 78. It's going to be great weather in store for us, so enjoy it. We'll get into in just a moment. There is a slight risk of severe weather moving in on Sunday, sometime in the morning. We'll look at that in just a second. That's right around the corner also. So lots to look at today. A lot to go over from what happened yesterday. And again, as I closed out yesterday, saying, thank our lucky stars. We really, really had a fortunate day. And if you noticed anything about the weather, how this turned out to where they came through our area and then went on to the east of us in Alabama and began wreaking havoc. If you'll notice, normally when we get tornadoes, they'll start back building before they get here with a lot of thunderstorm activity and warnings as it approaches the East Mississippi area. And we didn't have that. What they did was when they got to us, they were building, getting stronger. And when they eased across that state line and went into Alabama, they got worse. And, oh boy, a lot of tornadoes there. Last time, Tuscaloosa area, yesterday was a lot near the Birmingham area out through there that got a lot of damage. So prayers for those. We know of about 5 people at this point that lost life during these tornadoes. Very fortunate it wasn't here. Horrible that it happened anywhere. Storm went on into Georgia. And I think most people know Alan Jackson's hometown, Noonan, Georgia. It was struck pretty hard last night. I'll try to pull up some pictures and show you some things that went on there, but a lot of damage there. So let's start talking weather and get to it. Good morning.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, let's go to radar as we start out this morning and take a look at what we've got here. The Meridian area, all clear. Again, we're going to have that sunshine, 78. We have to go east all the way to Montgomery, Alabama, before we start seeing showers. And this is what's remaining of what came through our area yesterday. Here it goes across Georgia as it makes its march there and of destruction. It's a little bit better at this point. We'll look at some of that here in a little bit and show you what's left of that and what all it did. As we go back to our area, and now if you'll notice here in Alabama, all these circles here like that is where tornadoes touched down yesterday, and it's a heap of them. Again, within that area there, about 5 deaths associated with it. As we come back over to the Mississippi side here, we mostly see, as we look to Clark County, we see that there's just trees down, a large tree down across Highway 18 near the Alabama line right there. We had, let's see, and again, these are in Clark County, most of this stuff. The Shibuda area there had thunderstorm damage, a tree down. Let's see, we go up here, Clark County near DeSoto had some tree down in that area. Hail is what they got. Now, back in here, some more reports that this is the only one, and I've got this tornado loaded on the page. If you hadn't, you can scroll back up and take a look at it. This was coming out of Macon. Do y'all remember that first tornado warning that we got up here? Right over by the Rooster. The Rooster's right at the Bama line there. And tornado started here and went across. That thing was huge. Now, I think it went across mostly the rural route. I hadn't gotten reports of homes damaged, but, I may not know everything at this point. That was near Cooksville. As you go into there where 17 meets, coming out, Highway 14 meets 17. There at the Rooster, right along in there. So, lot of wind damage. That thing was a monster. If you have not had a chance to go back and look at that live, go back and look at that. It'll shock you just how it comes up. So that's what we had yesterday. Again, we were fortunate, and I know a lot of people were going, well, there was a lot of hype put in that. We were a 5 out of 5. We were. But by God's grace, it didn't touch down here. It went on. We were very fortunate. All the paperwork, everything that you could put behind it on a pencil showed that it was coming, and it just chose. Again, Mother Nature chose to go a little bit east of us. We do pray for those families that did lose life yesterday. Can't be replaced. Your life can't, and that's why I go over all that all the time. But when it comes up, take it serious because it was. We had a lot of rain, and of course. I'll try to find that in just a moment. Let me see if I can pull this up now of back to the pictures that were sent in yesterday out near the Jimmy Rogers Parkway. Did y'all see that? The dam that broke? It was a dam that was right behind the Willow Ridge Apartments. Let me see here if I can get my page to load quick enough, and I'll show those pictures to everybody. Sometimes she works fast, sometimes she doesn't. Depends on the speed there. Let me go down here. I'm almost there. Yeah, here's two of the pictures, and let me pull this up to show you here if you hadn't seen this yet. This is the Jimmy, if you're coming from where the Mississippi Highway Patrol is, where that runs in to 19, to take a left there to go to the Jimmy Rogers Parkway. That's water across the road there where a dam broke, and that would have been on the south side of 19, if I'm looking at that right there. That's a bunch of water in it. I got another picture here. Let me see. Here we go. Right there. Pull that up where you can see it. That's a car that had gotten out in it. I assume they got out okay, but come across the road pretty quick there. But the dam broke. It was a private-owned dam, and I think most people in the beginning thought that it was probably Bonita Lakes, but it was not. It was a private dam that broke and come across 19. It was shut down for quite some time there. And let me also scroll down. We also had another issue yesterday right here as we pulled this up. Clark County Hot Topics had some great pictures of this. This was out as you were going up the hill out of Meridian on 22nd Avenue, a mudslide that come off that hill there. And as we look at these, you see that, and that blocked traffic there for a little while also. They had that blocked until they got that cleared up, made it really slick, not very travelable up through there, so that was shut down for a little while. All of that is cleaned up. Things are back to normal. But as you'd go up to 2430 WGBC there on top of the hill, as you're going up toward the Evangel Temple where all that was. So it was some activity that went on in the Meridian area, but we did not have anything what I would call catastrophic. Great news. A lot of people banded together, done the right thing, and we got through it. And I want to say thank you to everybody that watched yesterday. A big thank you for that support as we went through that. So that's all good news. Let's see here. Let's talk about, I hadn't talked about the Piggly Wiggly this morning yet. And if you're looking for, well, your groceries and a great deal, go by and see my friend Joe. He'll help you there. Of course, this week you can get green beans for $1.49 a pound, fresh cucumbers, 2 for $1. That's a deal. Bell peppers, 2 for $3. Always great for cooking. And at any point in time, you've always got a great deal on any Coca-Cola products there. You can get those 3 for $10, or you can get the water there. The Piggly Wiggly bottle spring water, you can get that for 3 for $10. And along with tuna, the Piggly Wiggly brand, you can get that for 79 cents a can. Piggly Wiggly tomatoes, $1.19. That's a bargain. And also a great deal, as always, on the Piggly Wiggly ketchup. You can get that for a 24-ounce bottle. You can get that for $1. And so it's a deal always at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. They'll treat you right. They always do. It's friendly folks. And, well, if you're in the market, you want to do some cooking this weekend as we look at this, look at there. You can go in and sirloin in pork chops, $1.19, shoulder roast, $3.39. All of this going on at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Take that left-hand turn at the four-way stop in Collinsville, and Joe will be there. You'll save yourself money on top of it. One of the friendliest folks and staff that you'll ever bump into. All right, as we look at this, let's start looking at a few things going on with the weather. As I said, today we're going to have a nice day, 78, sunshine. Can't beat that. As we roll into tonight, possible storms, but they're going to be north of the Meridian area. This is going to be Yazoo, Mississippi. Columbus has a line there. Possibly Winston County. Now, that's in our area there, Winston. And also we got some folks there in Noxubee County that could get another round of it. It's at a 1, though. So we'll watch it. This is the early morning. It's not going to happen as we go into this nighttime. So we'll watch it as it goes in from tonight to tomorrow there in the Columbus, Winston County, Louisville area to make sure everything's good on that. As we look at, we move ahead till Sunday. Now, this is just a 1, but they're looking at this sometime about when we get out of church and into the afternoon hours there as possibly having some thunderstorm activity, maybe some hail coming through, and some gusty winds. Only at a 1. We're a few days out from that, couple days. It could get upgraded a little bit. I wouldn't think it would go past a 2, but we will watch it to see what we get. If worst case scenario, we're going to get some heavy rain most likely on Sunday afternoon after church. So make sure when you go to church you carry an umbrella with you on Sunday because you will probably need that at some point. So that's coming up on Sunday. We'll watch that closely. As we look at temperatures, well, this is good news for us. It's going to be kind of normal for this time of year. Over the next 10 days, the temperatures will remain just kind of flat. That's good. Not too hot, not too cold. As we go ahead and we pull up there what was today's record highs and record lows. I didn't realize this. Last year, In 2020, we set a record heat wave on today. 89 degrees 1 year ago from today. Wow. Made the record books there. Now, it was 1894. There's probably a man alive still that was there watching all of that. 25 degrees set back in 1894 on this date. That was a cold day for us. Now, as we start talking about what to expect over the weekend, let's talk a little bit about what we've got shaking with the weather here. Sunshine today, perfect weather. By tonight, we'll get a teeny-weeny bit of showers. We'll get down to a low of about 63, and teeny-weeny bit means about 20%. Tomorrow, we roll in with a 30% chance of showers. Some places give it 20%, some with 30%. Our high tomorrow will reach a warm 83 degrees, though, but gusty. The gust, in one way, is helpful as that wind blows. It'll dry things out. We'll have about a 25-mile-an-hour gust, but, as you guessed it, a 50% chance of rain moving in tomorrow night, so we get more rain with that. Our low will be somewhere around 65 tomorrow night to end it. By Sunday, as we said, there is a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Some could be severe. We'll watch it. Our high on Sunday is going to reach about 74, but 80% chance of rain. And then we roll into Monday, it looks like more of the same. It looks like we got another chance of rain. So as far as the eye can almost see, as we'll pull this up, our extended forecast, there's rain chances in most every day. Monday and Tuesday, not so bad, but increasing again on Wednesday. Look at that. Boy, we just can't sometimes shake this weather, can we? But as we get ready to roll into April, what do they say? April showers bring May flowers. So it looks like we'll do that. Let's look at our extended forecast and those temperatures of what's going to be happening. And again, this is a snapshot. It's Mother Nature. It can change. Never anything more than 2 to 3 days. 2 really. I wouldn't put a lot of stock into because it changes so much. Not drastically, but it does change. We've got highs as we roll into Easter, about 74 there on average, and then we start bumping high as we get further into this, about a week into April, right at 79, 80 degrees. So what does that tell us June's going to be like? Getting spooky, isn't it? That's what bothers me. I'm afraid that we may have us a warm summer ahead of us. But that's where we are on weather as we head toward the weekend. Now, let's go over and take a look at our storm predictions. I hadn't brought that up. And let me pull this up so we can look at just what's going on. This is today. Let's back out and show you what today shows us for today where the storms are going to be. Memphis area, North Mississippi right there. Now, this line, this is Winston County. This is Louisville if you're looking at this map. I know it's teeny if you're looking at your phone right now. This is north of us, northwest, just above Louisville there. Stark Vegas, right there at Mississippi State University is the line for possibly some thunderstorms later today as we get into some light showers up in there. The big one there that you're watching at is going to be over here near Georgia, Augusta, going through this area here. Now let's jump ahead and go a couple days out and see what we've got coming for us over the weekend as we jump to I don't want tornadoes on. I want the outlook there. As we look here, this is going to be Jackson, Tennessee area, stretching over to almost Murfreesboro, not quite there, just west of Nashville for severe weather on Saturday there, which means we'll get some light showers to the north of us. Nothing hectic, nothing horrible. Putting Louisville in that area there for getting some rain also. As we move down to Sunday, and let's look at that of where we could possibly have a little bit of severe weather. And that's where we get that shaded area for the Meridian area right through here. This does include Louisville all the way down to Hattiesburg. If you're in Hattiesburg, could have some thunderstorms there. And this is on Sunday afternoon, as we said, after we get out of church. The main thrust of this storm will be over here, Richmond, Virginia, all the way down through Johnson City, Tennessee, down to Atlanta. So that's what's coming on Sunday. As we look around the United States today, we do have some fog advisories up here in the Kansas area, but nothing really close to us. So not a bad day in store for us as we welcome the sunshine back to this. Again, the worst of weather that could come would be tonight, and that's going to be toward the Delta area, not so much our area. So shaking good, looking good. We're proud of that as what we have there. Now, when it comes time for this, and this does happen occasionally, you think, well, it's time for me to get a new home. And well, I've got the folks to help you there. Snowden and Company. Talk to Amanda. She's really good at what she does. She's here in the Meridian area, been here all her life. You can call them here at 601-453-3937. They're located right there on Poplar Springs Drive. Not often do you buy a home. It's one of the biggest investments you'll do And a lot of times you don't sell those much because you just don't do it. If you're getting ready to sell, talk to them. Let them come out and give you a comparison price to know exactly what you're going to get for your home. She's got the advice. She can get you the most for it, tell you what to spruce up and what makes a home sell. They'll help you there. They're professionals with it. Talk to them before you let anybody sell your home. Extraordinary marketing strategy. She's good at it. She grew up in the scuba area. That makes you a little bit better, doesn't it? Yeah, I thought so. They can get your pictures out there. They're professional. As I mentioned, the comparable market analysis and precise attention to detail. What sells your home? What gets you the most? See them. Here's a home that they've got up for sale. Now, they specialize in Lauderdale County, Kemper, Newton, Neshoba, and Clark counties. If you've got a home in any of those areas, before you do anything, talk to them. Let them come look at it and give you, let them tell you exactly what they can do. You can visit them online at snowdenrealestate.com. Monday through Friday, they're there from 9 until 5. They can do it by appointment on Saturday, closed on Sunday to head off to church like you'll be doing. See them today. This is Amanda. She's the lady that will help you out. A great staff as well. That is Snowden and Company Real Estate here in Meridian. Call them at the office at 601-453-3937. They're also on Facebook. Great folks that have you in mind when it comes to taking care of your business. Well, because you don't do it very often and you want the very best attention to detail. That's what they do. Now, on the way this morning, Candace is going to join me in a little while. Great news. How many folks are familiar with Justice for Christian? News coming out about that, a law that's going to be going into effect. We'll tell you all the details on that around the corner. We're going to talk about some tornadoes. And did Joe use notes at the press conference yesterday? Now, I didn't watch it because we were tied up in weather, but he gave his first press conference from the White House since he'd become president, I think 65 days into it. A few of the stories that we'll talk about that are going in and around, and a lot more that's happening around the nation. That's all up and coming this morning at 8:30. So come back and join me as Candace gets in, so we'll know more. We'll see you here in just a little while. Again, today, perfect sunshine, and what did I tell you? What's 80, 78 today? You can't beat that at all. Not one bit. It's going to be nice. I wanted to say, let's see here. Wanted to say some good mornings. I hadn't done that today. Joyce Godwin watching. Thank you. Terry Carter is up and going. Good morning. How are you today? Dwayne Bounds as well. Good morning. Cliff Gardner is up along with Deborah Thomas. Thanking the Lord for a perfect day of the weather yesterday. It was. Sylvia Stewart, good morning. Thank the Lord for taking care of us. He did do well. Deborah Thomas up, good morning, along with Beth Vick. She is watching. Debbie Stewart up and stirring. I hope you had your coffee. Lori Tucker up. Also Donna Roseman, feeling blessed. Prayers for Alabama. We can't stress that. If you've got a prayer, send that to those folks in Alabama. There's folks this morning who are standing around. Their home is destroyed. I've got pictures and all of that we'll show at 8:30 this morning of just the catastrophic damage of how quick. And as I always say this can happen to you. You never know when that storm is just going to pick your area and come after you. So the more we learn, the more we look at this, the more it teaches us to respect when these tornado warnings are issued. We were just lucky that they weren't here yesterday. That's without a fact. Terry Ray, good morning. Thankful for the updates. Thank you, Terry, for watching. Linda Culpepper is up stirring today also. Janice Bounds watching and good morning. Sharon Sutherland Johnson, good morning. Oh, let's see here. Charlene Gaddy up also. Happy Friday to everyone, she says. It is. Let's see here. Have a blessed day and enjoy the sun while you can. Not going to have it for very long, so you're right, Kellyanne Burnham. We'll have rain back into the forecast before you know it, so we do need to get out and, what's the old term, waller around in the sunshine? I think so. Teresa Breedlove, good morning to you. Pam Grice is up, and Peggy, Megan Bishop, glad you're here as well. That's a few of the folks. As I said, join me a little bit later on, and we'll go over some of this. I was going to see here. This is just a quick shot here. This is Alan Jackson's hometown right here. We're at Newnan, Georgia, where it struck there. Tore up the historical area of town. Also did a lot of damage to the schools. They're not going to have schools in Newnan, Georgia, and I would think in parts of Alabama as well. But that's just a glimpse at what happened there. It's a bunch. Blessed we were. Where was that? Let me, I want to see here. And this was another thing that happened yesterday. And I want to say two people during all this as the storms were starting. This was a headline out of Jackson that this right here, this was a fatal crash happened on I-20. This was in between Jackson and Vicksburg. An 18-wheeler involved with a car. The car went up under it, and the folks died with it. Horrible situation there. So as we were fighting storms, there was others fighting for their lives yesterday afternoon. Some didn't make it. Always be careful wherever you go. Not sure what caused that incident, but a horrible, horrible way to go. I can't imagine. All right, smiles, sunshine, and it's Friday. The eagle flies today for a lot of folks. You're going to get your paycheck. It'll be a whole lot better. Let's see, it's the end of the month. By Wednesday, I think Wednesday is the last day of March, and then it will be, April Fool's Day? I think that's going to be next Thursday. So look out. I'm sure there's some pranks headed your way as we get out of this COVID and start being normal once again. Aren't y'all ready for that? I certainly am. I've enjoyed it this morning. Again, 8:30 is the time to be back to join us as we'll go live with a morning show for you to tell all about what's happening, and we'll see how Candace fixed her hair this morning. That's up and coming. We'll see you in just a little while right here at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thanks.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by